What's up everyone, this is FP Sticks bringing you some more Go Battle League battles here in the Great League, and in today's video I'm going to be showcasing a team that is very similar to a video that I'm going to post tomorrow, which is actually showing a team that was used by someone that was able to reach rank 3 in the world. But Shadow STEELIX and then Primeape and Shadow Jumpluff in the back there. I really like the coverage that Shadow Jumpluff gives to STEELIX. You are double weak to fire though with those two Pokemon, so that is going to be a little bit scary. But Thunderfang, STEELIX, I'm running both of the debuff moves. There definitely is a case to be made that you can run Earthquake instead of Breaking Swipe. And on Primeape, I am using Primeape as the safe swap in this team. Again, there's an argument to be made that you can run Ice Punch instead of Close Combat, but I kind of wanted to just try this team out and see what happens. This team definitely has some weaknesses, and you will see that in some of the battles here, but let me know down in the comments what teams you have been enjoying in Great League, and let's jump right into these battles here. Okay, a Como-O in the lead is pretty awkward because their dragon type damage is resisted here, but so is my electric type fast move damage. Gonna go straight for the Psychic Fangs to get the debuff. Now they could be running Close Combat or Brick Break, something that's gonna hit for super effective damage, so I do end up shielding that first move. And I'm able to reach another Psychic Fangs here. And let's see what they want to do. They completely sack their Como-O, and out comes a Gastrodon. Jumpluff is obviously a super hard counter to this Gastrodon, so I pivot out, hoping that they will also swap out. Have to shield up this Body Slam here. I'm going to go straight for the Close Combat and see what they want to do. They do let that go through. Close Combat is a really nice surprise against some opponents that think that you're just running Rage Fist and Ice Punch. Out comes Shadow Scizor. This is very awkward here. Luckily, the Thunderfang damage does hit for neutral. Trailblaze is going to hit for a good amount of neutral damage here. I barely survive, able to swap into my Jumpluff. At this point in time, I was running Aerial Ace instead of Acrobatics, but I think after this first battle, I used an Elite TM and got Acrobatics on my Jumpluff. Acrobatics is just such a solid hitting move. Lots of people run Jumpluff with a double flying moveset of Aerial Ace and Acrobatics, but I really enjoyed having the grass type charge move damage in a couple of these games. Able to take out the Scizor there, but I get farmed down by the Gastrodon, and I'm not able to reach the Psychic Fangs. They're very close, but we lose that first matchup there. Shadow Feraligatr, awkward, because the Hydro Cannon would almost one-shot us here. But my fast move damage is hitting for super effective against the water typing. I'll shield up that first Hydro Cannon, and I was wondering if I could farm them down fully without throwing a charge move here, but looking at how much damage I was doing, I opted to just throw the Psychic Fangs. I will double shield to guarantee that I win switch advantage here, and then farm them down. Out comes a Magcargo, and we are very weak to fire, so this is very scary. I'm gonna go for a Rage Fist here, and being able to handle that Magcargo in the back is going to be terrifying. Really hoping that I barely survive this. Oh, they actually end up going for Superpower, and that is enough to knock me out, but now I'm gonna be able to get a massive farm down with my Jumpluff here. I know that they are still switch locked, so I did not wait my timer. I came in immediately to be able to farm them down. Energy Ball will hit for neutral damage against the Magcargo. Out comes Magcargo. I'm going to throw one Energy Ball and then see what they want to do. I'm hoping to catch a Rock Tomb on my STEELIX. They throw, it actually looks like they did another Incinerate there. I go straight for the Psychic Fangs. I get the defense fell, and now I'm just hoping that an Energy Ball with that defense drop is enough to knock them out. Able to reach another Energy Ball. Is this enough to knock out the Magcargo? Down it goes, and we're able to take that game despite being extremely hard countered in the back. Good game. Galarian Moltres, man, I really wish I had one of these Galarian Moltreses. They are everywhere, but I do not, and they safe swap into a Shadow Feraligatr here. I will shield once. Galarian Moltres, kind of awkward to deal with. Ideally, I want to keep my STEELIX aligned with that. So I'm staying in this matchup. And unfortunately, gonna have to double shield again, but I can farm them down and maintain switch advantage. Out comes a ground type, so I immediately go into my Primeape here. I'm just going to throw the Rage Fist immediately to try to stall out the switch clock a little bit. I still have my STEELIX for the Galarian Moltres, but this is going to be a little bit scary. Marowak does have access to Rock Slide, which will hit for super effective damage against my Jumpluff, but I need to wait out the clock here because they're most likely going to pivot into their Moltres. That's what they do, knowing that I'm still switch locked here. I go straight for the Acrobatics, and then I should be able to swap into my STEELIX. Able to swap. I need to farm them down. They go for a fly. And what I should have done here is, well, I don't even get to a charge move. One option I could have had was let them take me out, and then I farm them down with my Jumpluff to reach an energy ball. But not throwing either of those moves with my STEELIX didn't really matter because the win con here was always going to be landing an energy ball on the Marowak. So even though it seemed like a misplay in the moment, it actually didn't matter because we were still able to win that game. Okay, Stunfisk in the lead. This is very challenging to deal with for the team. Luckily, we do have Energy Ball on the Jumpluff in the back to be able to hit for super effective damage. And this is a fairly neutral matchup here, but out comes their own Jumpluff, and because we're not running Ice Punch, this is really not great. I'm at least building up to Ice Punch energy to make them think that I have Ice Punch to potentially get a shield here. And this is another case that could be made where if I have Earthquake on my STEELIX, it allows me to get a nice big farm down on this Jumpluff and then land a heavy hitting Earthquake on their Stunfisk. But my opponent doesn't know what charge moves I'm running on my STEELIX quite yet. They're also running Energy Ball. This is a terrible scenario so far. I'm just going to throw the Psychic Fangs to get the defense dropped. At this point, I'm just hoping that my Jumpluff in the back can sweep whatever they have. Out comes Stunfisk again. This is going to be very awkward. I need to land... I mean, we'll see how much damage one Energy Ball does on this thing. The Fairy Wind is hitting for neutral, which is nice. But all of their electric type damage is hitting for neutral as well. That is such an awkward health range, but I need to try to commit to the farm down here. What is in the back? I need to be able to one-shot something in the back, but they still have a shield. This is terrible. Able to farm them down. What do they have in the back? It is a Primeape. They tried to catch, which that now provided me with a win con. I would have been able to get to 2 Acrobatics and win that game. When all hope seemed lost, we were able to pull out a win con there. Okay, a Blastoise safe swap, which is very, very cool. I have a video that's going to be dropping probably 2 days from now that utilizes Blastoise on the safe swap, and it is so powerful. I catch a move here anticipating that it would be a Hydro Cannon, and it is. Now, some Blastoises might be running Ice Beam, although most are running Skull Bash. Ice Beam would absolutely nuke us here. So I am a little bit worried of that, and the rollouts are hitting for super effective. I will shield once. They go for a Hydro Cannon bait. Nice play. At this point, I'm comfortable double shielding and farming them down. They still are not going for the heavy hitting move, just going straight for Hydro Cannons, but we still have switch advantage. Out comes their own Jumpluff, and I'm going to get a lot of value from this Shadow Jumpluff here. There goes one shield, and I farmed up so much energy, I'm able to reach another Acrobatics here. They are still farming up. This Acrobatics is not going to one-shot, but it will hit for a lot of super effective damage. I just want to guarantee that my STEELIX stays aligned with this, so I'm not going to swap out or anything. They take me out. And in the back is a Quagsire. I'm slow to respond here, so I'm going to commit to the Psychic Fangs, and then my Primeape should be able to handle it. this Aqua Tail is going to do a good amount of damage. 2 Aqua Tails definitely would take me out. I actually just go straight for the Rage Fist here, but I could have made it to the close combat. I forgot that Mudshot had a nerf to its energy generation. So Aqua Tail is now 5 and then 4. I thought it was still 4 and 4, so I miscounted there. I know that Primeape would have won the CMP tie, so I could have committed to the close combat there, but still able to win that game. Good game. Great lead here. Able to hit for super effective damage. And then really solid response for us. Outcomes for it. I'm going straight for the close combat, and let's see what they want to do. They let it go through. See you later, little squirrel. And then what is this thing? What is this thing? Dragapult? I've never heard of that before. But I'm actually able to get a shield with that Rage Fist. It looks like it's running Astonish as the fast move. When this thing popped out on my screen during my Twitch live stream, I had no idea what moves this thing had. Thankfully, I have a very helpful chat in my Twitch live stream, so they were able to kind of let me know what this thing was. By the way, if you have not watched me on Twitch before, feel free to check that out. It's just twitch.tv/fpsticks. And we are able to take that game there. GG. Okay, Primeape in the lead. This is very, very bad. Fighters in the lead are very scary. And they come out with Wigglytuff, which is also very bad for us. I'm going to throw this close combat. I was hoping that after the Karate Chops, it would do enough to potentially one-shot them, but I think that's where Shadow Primeape would be a lot more favorable there. I'm going to bring out the STEELIX again and get a nice farm off the Wigglytuff. They are so smart there. They don't throw a move because they want me to be stuck against their Primeape for longer. Really nice play from my opponent here, punishing that matchup. I'm able to catch a move on my Jumpluff here. Are they running Ice Punch? They throw the Rage Fist. But this is getting very, very scary. I don't know what we're going to be able to beat in the back. It's a Diggersby, and again, this is where having Energy Ball is really nice. They are so strong against STEELIX. They have a Primeape and a Diggersby. Our STEELIX is not having a lot of play here, and they correctly shield up the Energy Ball. This is looking pretty bad. Fire Punch is going to hit for super effective damage, but we should be able to survive one of those and land one Energy Ball. I need to try to just do whatever damage I can with my STEELIX here. There's a case to be made that I should have caught this move on my STEELIX, but the Primeape still has so much energy. This is just going to be really awkward here. They actually end up trying to catch this move on their Primeape. And another win con I could have had was just not throwing that and trying to farm them down. So because of that, I think this actually ends up losing me the game. I'm not at a move on my Jumpluff, and they're able to get to this Fire Punch. Well played by my opponent. I needed to let that Primeape take me out and then farm them down with my Jumpluff and then land the Energy Ball and the Diggersby to win the game. Complex end game scenario there, but we were not able to recognize that win condition in the moment. Hindsight is always 20/20, especially in the Go Battle League. It's so easy to say, oh, you just should have done this. Oh, I just should have done that. But in the heat of the battle, when you're kind of trying to keep track of energy and predict what they have in the back, very easy to make mistakes like that. That's honestly one of the reasons why I love PvP so much and why I enjoy Go Battle League, is because it is so dynamic. There's so many things that are happening very, very quickly, and you have to make decisions very quickly. So it makes for exciting gameplay. Gonna throw this Rage Fist and gets the shield on the Dusclops there. I'm going to commit to karate chopping down this Dusclops. And what do they bring in? It is a Clodsire. I'm going to go straight for the close combat here because I'm probably only going to get to one move. And it does a lot of damage. I swap my STEELIX back in because the only use I'm going to get out of this STEELIX is to land a Psychic Fangs on this Clodsire. They let that go through, thank goodness. Now my Jumpluff has to clean up everything in the back. I do survive that Earthquake. Out comes the Greninja. They're trying to farm me down, I'm able to get to a last second breaking swipe here. They do end up shielding it, but now my jump left can totally farm them down. And then I will have energy to throw at the Clodsire, and we should be okay here. This Greninja farmed up so much. If they boost on this next Night Slash, this is going to be pretty uncomfortable. This is getting very, very uncomfortable here, especially if the switch clock is up and they can swap into their Clod now. But they actually allow me to farm them down. I have a move stored, and we're able to win that game there. Good game. Drifloon in the lead. This is definitely where we want to see it. Out comes a Poliwrath. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to chip this with a Psychic Fangs. And then I actually end up going in with my Primeape here. I'm assuming that there might be a ground type in the back or another water type in the back, like a water ground type. And so that's why I'm saving my Jumpluff. And I know that this Rage Fist damage can hit for super effective against that Drifloon. They let that go down. I throw one Karate Chop and then queue up my Rage Fist here for good move timing. They let that go through. And they're committing to the farm down here, but I'm able to reach another Rage Fist. Probably going to draw a shield. They let that go. I let them farm me down because I want to guarantee that my STEELIX is the thing that's aligned with that. I do get a Thunder Fang through, which is really good for me. They go for Icy Wind instead of Shadow Ball. In the back is a Bastiodon. This is terrible. Once again, hindsight is 20/20. If I would have come in with Jumpluff against the Poliwrath, I would have Primeape for this Bastiodon, and this would be much more in our favor. But this Jumpluff is really struggling to handle this Bastiodon. Smackdowns are hitting for super effective damage. My fast moves are doing absolutely nothing here, and the Energy Ball is only able to hit for neutral. They still have that Drifloon I need to deal with, and this is just very, very unfortunate here. So I predicted incorrectly of what they might have in the back. Another scenario where if I had Earthquake here and I could reach an Earthquake towards the end, could have also won us this game. So a lot of unfortunate scenarios for us where we made some incorrect calls, and that definitely cost us the game there. Not able to reach an Energy Ball, and actually really nice energy management on my opponent's side there with their Bastiodon. They're able to take us out. Good game. STEELIX into Fortress. We're going to be hitting for neutral here. They're hitting for resisted with the Bug Bite damage, but all of our charge moves are resisted here, so I don't even build up to potential Earthquake energy to bluff that. I just go straight for the debuff. Sand Tomb will hit for super effective damage, and it drops our defense, so this kind of just makes this matchup even more awkward, but I'm glad that our Jumpluff doesn't have to see this. Primeape is a very good response to Fortress, so it's a bummer that we're not going to be able to see that matchup. I let that Sand Tomb go through, and we actually both simultaneously swap. They swap into a Sableye, and I have my Primeape. It's a purified Sableye, so I wonder if they're running Return. Some Sableyes are running Dazzling Gleam. I believe that's the move that they're running now, and they're still running Foul Play. I want to ramp up with my Primeape here and see what it can do towards the end here. I know Primeape would win this CMP tie. I shield up another Foul Play. I know it's resisted damage, but I really want to capitalize on my Primeape here and see what they want to do. What do they have in the back? It's an Azumarill, and unfortunately this is something that can really absorb all of this energy here, and because I don't have any shields, Ice Punch or Ice Beam is really going to hurt my Jumpluff. I do manage to get their final shield there, which is really good for me, and land another Rage Fist. So this is looking kind of scary, because if I bring in my STEELIX, they could just farm me down. But they have so much energy. They still have their Sableye, and to be honest, I lost track of how much energy their Sableye had. And I forgot that Foul Play is only 5 Shadow Claws now because it's reduced energy. So they're able to take me out, and my STEELIX cannot survive long enough, Azumarill is going to be able to bubble me down and take this game. Fun team, and stay tuned for the video tomorrow where I alter this team a little bit to mirror Danky Chan's team of what he ran to get number 3 in the world. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you appreciate the content, and I'll see you in the next video.